We're going to do a quick comparison between the 2021 NX and the 2022 NX to see what's the difference. So if we go down to the crashworthiness list, everything is good in comparison, and you would see the biggest difference is really the seatbelt and child resistance, where the old first generation gets an acceptable grading, whereas we get a good plus in the new second generation NX. So then if we look into the detail, so all these ratings are good. They are comparable. So then the front passenger, okay, so there is some differences here where the structure in the safety cage was acceptable in the old generation and the new got a good. However, the lower leg foot, which was good before, now is unacceptable. Continue to scroll down. You would see the moderate overlap, like for like. Everything looks good here. The side tests, okay, like for like. The roof strength. So it does look like the vehicle is a little bit lighter, and the force has been a little bit less, but it's still good. The heads restraining and seats are exactly the same. Vehicle to vehicle is good. Superior to superior. This is the Lexus Safety System 2 versus the Lexus Safety System 3. So then we have the vehicle to pedestrian, and both are superior. And if we look into the details, the crossing child avoided, they all avoided, and the parallel adult 25 meters, it was miles per hour, also was avoided, and the 37 miles per hour was reduced by 21 miles per hour, and a warning was issued at 1.6 seconds before the impact. So this one is 37 miles, and the vehicle avoided a collision, so meaning it did not hit at all, and it was actually warned at 2.5 seconds. So there's an improvement here in the second generation. So with the headlights, there is actually 3 headlight variations. And if we look at the comparison of the chart, so you would see that this one, which is the triple beam, and this one is also the triple beam, and you would see that the first generation triple beam seemed to do better when it's further with the high beams. The straight is about the same, and it goes, in fact, a little bit further in the new. And the curves and the turns is definitely less. So now we're looking at the second trim. So there's 3. So this is the second level, which is the 250 with F Sport, 350 with F Sport, the 250 with Luxury, 350 Luxury, and 350H with Luxury. I believe this is the triple beam, and it's actually the one that has the cornering lights, because this actually has the curve adaptive lighting. So let's look at this. The overall rating is good, and let's do the comparison with this. So now the old generation, the first generation, the low beams go to 200 in the most left curve, and then about 225. straight goes about 200, and the right side of the straight goes to 400 and let's say 25. And comparing that, the right side looks like it actually can go much further, 300 and 250. The new generation doesn't look like it performs as good as the first generation. You can see that it goes to about 200 feet, a little bit shy of the first generation. This one also goes to 225, and you would see that the right side going straight is about the same, and the low beams going straight on the right is about 310 roughly. So if you look at it, it doesn't go as far as the first generation, and going on the right also they're comparable, I would say. So the only difference I would say is the high beams will reach similar. Even on the left side, it doesn't go as far, but straight wise, it's comparable. It's almost to 500 feet as the optimal beam. And when you look onto the right side, roughly similar. So one of the biggest difference is there's actually some glare in the old generation, and as in the new generation, there actually never exceeded the glare limits, which is an improvement. And that could be one reason why the ratings are a little bit less, so that they can actually reduce the glare. Now let's look at the last trim, which looks like is the base trim, and it's the headlights, LED headlights, the non-triple beam. So we'd see here, this is the old generation, and these look like it's a 250, 350, and 350H trim. And there's no curve, which is the same, but they still got the good rating. So let's have a look. So if you do look at them, the new lights seem to do better in the low beams. Yeah, overall, the low beams tend to be a little bit better than the first generation. And then with the high beams, it actually goes a little bit further, but on the right side, it actually has been reduced a bit. It has gone beyond under the 500 feet. So overall, I would say the lights are still good lights. At least they all have good ratings from IIHS. So the last comparison is the child seat anchors. And this one applies to really the 2018 to 2021 model, which is the refreshed model of the first gen NX. And it actually received a acceptable rating. Whereas the new generation, it got the good plus rating. There's also extra latch positions. So what it says here is that there's one additional position, and it could be tethered anchor, ability to borrow lower anchors from other seating positions. Okay, so then let's have a quick look at, okay, so it does look like that now you can have child seats on 1 and 3, and you can also put one on 2, but you are actually borrowing anchors from either 3 or 1. If you like this content and want to see more, remember to like, share, and comment on this video, and I'll see you again next time. Cheers. Thanks.